Okay, so I'm getting way too many emails. Not too many. Too many saying, Mike, what do I do? My staff is undermining me. They're disrespecting me. When I say I want to have a meeting with them, they say, I'm not going to have a meeting with you. How do I correct this? I want you to understand you need to stop being a little. And I say that in the most respectful way because here's the deal. I want you to step into the alpha role. Now, that may not be your personality. And I'm not saying, like, we're not getting into that toxic masculinity and toxic femininity, feminism, whatever. What I'm saying is, you are in a position of power. You are in a position of authority. And you can take everything I talk about on the channel, meaning give people time. Try to understand where they're coming from. Listen, communicate openly, be transparent. But at some time, at some point, you need to say that there's enough is enough, and I'm standing up myself and the position that I hold. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. Not everybody wants to see you win. Even if that affects them. People like to talk shit. People like to hold people down. So you need to be the alpha in your life because you need to take control of your life. You need to take control of your career. And that means sometimes you have to hurt people's feelings. Sometimes you need to put people in their place. Again, if you've watched my channel for more than one video, more than this video, you know I'm about servant leadership, being there for your team, being sure that when the crap is coming from upper management, that you're the filter to help your team succeed, to help your team enjoy their work as much as possible. But we need to be real, and we need to understand that the only one that protects your position is you. The only one who has the authority over you, yes, your boss, but you have the authority. So when you're saying, I need to speak to so-and-so in my office, and they say no, that's an unacceptable answer. Maybe we'll have a third party come in. That could be something that I would say absolutely. A union rep, if you're in a unionized environment, or another neutral-ish supervisor. But the person does not get to say, I am not having a meeting with a manager. It's not happening. Go home. Go home. Do not collect a paycheck until you're ready to talk about this. And this may sound harsh. This may hurt some people's feelings. And I bet that if your feelings are getting hurt by this video, it's because you are the one who thinks I can just tell them whatever I want. But that's not the world we live in. When you're collecting a paycheck and your boss, your supervisor, your manager says, we need to have a talk, guess who's having the talk? You and the supervisor, or you and your employee. We don't ask permission to have a discussion about work things. We don't ask permission. We are always going to start by phrasing it to, we don't want to just trigger people into anger and hating management. We want good relationships. But when that relationship is shit, when you don't have anything to work with, you have to be the alpha. You have to take control of the situation, because here's what will happen. If you don't take control of the situation, if you don't tell John, get the fuck in the office, because I'm talking, don't say this language, but if you don't say, get in the office, we're having this discussion, guess what happens? John walks around to his friends and says, I told Mike where to go. I'm not talking to him alone. There's no chance. I'm not having a meeting with him. I don't care who he brings in the office. I'm not doing it. Well, then your other staff start thinking, well, wait a minute. If John can tell Mike to beat it, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? Mike isn't going to say nothing, so I'm not going to do it. We're not having that. We are there to set the tone of mutual respect. We are there to set the tone of, this is the job that has to be done. And there's two ways to do it. You can do it with a smile on your face and we can have fun and we can enjoy and we can have some friendly banter, or you can do it and be miserable. I don't care. The job has to get done. My job has to get done. The boss's job has to get done. At the end of the day, we're all here because there's work that needs to be done. So stop letting your staff dictate what happens. This is not to say stop listening to your staff, stop having open communications. This is not to say that whatever you think is important isn't the most important. No, but when you get to a point where you're emailing me, a stranger, and I am open to it, I welcome it. But there's been so many. So when you get to a point where you're emailing a stranger asking, how do I get my problematic staff to listen? My answer, in the most simplest forms, stop being a little bitch and start being the alpha. Start being the one in control. So I hope that when you hear this video, you take it the right way, which is our hearts are in the right place, but there's a certain behavior that is unacceptable. There's lots of things that we can tolerate, we can try to understand. If somebody's having a bad day, that's absolutely okay because we have bad days. But when somebody's constantly pushing your goddamn buttons, protect your position, protect your livelihood, protect the income that goes and feeds your family or keeps a roof over your head, protect your sanity, protect your dignity, protect yourself. I don't know what video I'm going to show next, but YouTube says you want this one. So get your coffee. I'm going to relax. I'll see you over there. Ciao.